Greetings and welcome to a Monday edition of the Shotgun Start. It is October 6th. Andy, how we doing?
Brendan, I'm doing fantastic. It's Victory Monday over here.
Illinois? What are we talking about here? Not the Cubs.
Illinois football won, but more importantly, Illini that lost his tour card is heading back after a win at the Compliance Solutions Championship, setting the scoring record on the Corn Ferry Tour in the process. ADDC, Adrian Dumont Deschastart, is back on the PGA Tour.
There we go.
Back, watch out, Ryder Cup 2027. Here he comes. Him and Dietrich. Return of the Belgians.
When he came out hot, they were saying, he could be a Ryder Cupper by this time next year, and then it sort of went away.
People wanted him on the 2023 team. I'm not going to mention who.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I remember that. They wanted him in Rome. Was it you? Were you arguing for that? We just
kind of maybe
Ryder
a
Cup
Kevin
out.
Tway take,
Good. I'm glad for you. Victory Monday. You got that going for you. Bears are off. Cubs got blasted. I saw right out of the gate. These games seem pretty bad. The second round here. A lot of 10-0. It feels like. And again today with the Yankees. So
you know what? With everything going on with Colin Reyes' dad, I'm just surprised they could even get out on the field on Saturday.
The story, I think we signed off Friday, said we're done with him until year in review, I think is what I said. we were 12 hours out of done with him before we get a report in the Times of London, this proper sort of hoity-toity newspaper. No, not just the Times, the Sunday Times of London, not the Financial Times. I mean, this hoity-toity paper is reporting on Don Reyes' karaoke singing at the Ryder Cup. This was an article Saturday, I believe, Saturday night. It became the Sunday Times by Tom Kershaw. I will note, just for the listeners, I believe Mr. Kershaw has been a frequent source or a frequent interviewer of the Schauffele family, Xander and Stefan. He's done interviews with them. So
it totally makes sense. His affiliation with Southern California has to be how he got close with the Shaufleys. I wonder, he's got to be glued with Clayton's last playoffs.
It's his brother. He's from Highland Park, ended up writing for the London Times. So Kershaw, I don't know. I'm just rubbing my chin, raising an eyebrow. He clearly has a good relationship with the Schauffeleys. And he got this little bit from inside the team hotel, the U.S. team hotel. Despite the escalating situation, the Sunday Times understands Don Reyes raised eyebrows later that evening at an official hotel for players, families, and guests by singing karaoke, while others watched a college football game. Reyes, who's been a PGA of America member since 2001 and was appointed president last year, drew attention in particular for his song choice, Lose Yourself by the rapper Eminem. Now, if you can imagine the visual of Rhea just with the mic, probably hopping, from left to right on his Jordans. Because, man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy diapers. Do you think he was just belting that tune out from Eminem?
How much would you pay at this point to see this in person?
I mean, real money. I would pay I would expense it to Business Pete, I think. And I would pay $60. I think. You cannot cancel somebody for being an idiot. You can't cancel him for singing Eminem. This is not cancelable. But they're trying to drag this out. And I hope it's just a slow drip for the rest of the time, it feels like. European newspaper. Somebody from the inside of the Americans had to rat him out. You should have seen him doing Lose Yourself on Saturday night.
I think it was a joint hotel.
That's right, the Garden City deal. with the Garden Shitty or whatever we were calling it after Luke Donald gave it that.
No, he wasn't at the
underwhelming.
Garden City. He was at the family hotel.
Oh, that's right. With caddies.
They kept him away.
And that's right, the Hilton or something. But it said it was a dinner just for players' wives and stuff like that. Is this a big deal? No deal? Just amusement? I think it's telling that like at the time they were getting their ass beat too. Like, what are you doing?
They're getting their ass beat, and players are having to stop on greens because of fan abuse. And this guy's singing "Lose Yourself" karaoke. The only way you're singing "Lose Yourself" in karaoke is if you're a few cocktails deep, right? I mean that's got to be. I'd be even more impressed though if he was stone cold sober.
He couldn't have been. I would hope not. I mean, this guy is leading the organization and he's doing karaoke as they're getting killed. There was a guy on Florida State, I think, who celebrated to like go down 28 to like 10 when he scored a touchdown. I mean, but this guy's not even a player. Dancing around doing karaoke. An incredible tidbit. An incredible song choice.
I need more info. Were other people, I assume, doing karaoke?
What if he just decided to turn it into a karaoke? What if there was like a live performance? He goes, nope, I'm going to crowbar my way in and make this a karaoke bit now.
So Don gets 2 years as PGA president. He was elected November 8th of last year.
Okay. So he's going to be around to make.
Do we make it to 1 year?
Yes.
Is my first question.
Yes, he's a bozo, but like you can't. He's not like unless they find some really horrible stuff. Singing karaoke is not cancelable.
Yeah.
Even that it wasn't. The PGA didn't handle the crowds well. So, but that can't all fall on him. And his quotes about it were not good. You think he makes it a year?
I hope. I mean, like I want to see the PGA next year. I want to see the senior PGA. I'm gonna be glued to my TV waiting for him. You know what I'm actually hoping for? Deep down, maybe he needs some image rehab, and we can launder his image on Lunch with the Boys.
Can I follow up just a little bit, Joseph? PJ, good to see you.
I would you have us go through potential karaoke songs? What would you have? What would you want the list of questions to be?
Listen, Peach, you know that I'm very hands off with these types of things. I put my full faith in you two.
You figure it out
to come up with a good set of questions here.
Okay, karaoke's all the rage these days for golf officials. So I figured maybe that's the line of questioning we want to go down.
It could be a great one. There's a lot of questions you could go down. You could also ask, what are the other engines of good?
But all I know is golf is the engine of good.
Well, there aren't any, because golf is the singular, not the one.
A lot of people are asking for shirts.
They are merchandise.
The other thing that was hot this weekend before we get to the golf was the Lottie's challenge. The Lotte.
A lot of Lottie's chant. I mean, we've done some senseless things on this podcast, but this is among the dumber things just organically has grown up out of offhand comment.
Well, it got me thinking, P Cup next year, Chicago.
Yeah.
Lottie's live show has to happen.
We could do that. Let's lay the groundwork with the people at Lottie's. You're going to be there this week, right?
I was thinking about maybe try to go in on Monday night. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, though. I'm going to be a little low on sleep.
Do you feel bad for Don Rhea at all?
No.
The guy wanted the light. He wanted the spotlight. This was not some civilian wallflower. You could tell. This is
someone who's been, waiting for his day in the sun. As the great Al Jameson, the Cal Club president, one of the great podcasts on the Fried Egg feed ever. he said about committees and at clubs. He said you never want someone on a committee or on the board that wants to be on the board.
Yeah, right.
He said the key to committees is getting people that want no part of being on the committee to be on the committee. And Don Rea, I think the PGA, if they operated in this capacity, they went around. There's so many great PGA pros. But I think they generally get the dipshits that actually want to be president.
Right.
And this is maybe the sterling, the top tier example of never, ever elect somebody president that's in it for their own personal gain. And Don Rea, I mean, from the jump, from that first interview or press conference where he's talking about his personal opinion and he's talking about following up and just blowing smoke up everybody's asses about the rollback, was clear that this was a campaign for more for Don Rea.
Yeah, they've had some. I mean, that position. It's like politicians. You don't always get the best and brightest who want that. I mean, think about like Ted Bishop, kind of a goofball, right? That one guy who wouldn't stop getting DUIs, like like extreme DUIs. Levy, I think it was. You got Don Rea. You got these people. Like, there's many great PGA pros. I think we're talking about like an organization that just. Then all of a sudden, they're like the top of professional golf every 2 years. They're like this elite thing, and it's just these yahoos that are into getting elected.
You had Susie Whaley telling a New York crowd to be quiet also this week. Speaking of past presidents.
Yeah. Why was she the first? Crowbar in her way is still into the first tee announcer. I'm not going to national, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who's supposed to keep probably a top on Rea is the former president himself,
right?
Derek Sprague,
and he just seems like kind of a nothing burger, which is good by comparison to Rea and DUI person and all these other things. He's good to be just sort of a mayonnaise sandwich, 2 pieces of white bread. But then you had the guardrails of a president or a CEO, I should say, whereas like Seth Waugh or God, who's the guy who went to NBC in Notre Dame? Notre Dame AD.
Bavacqua.
But yeah, Bavacqua. And that's gone. So we're getting reports about karaoke Saturday night. Lose yourself. PJ, what was your reaction when you saw that come across your desk?
Well, the immediate reaction, as well as everybody, is that there has to be video of this somewhere. Like on some cell phone or on some security camera. I've started to think about, like, can I kind of pound the beat here on Long Island and see if there's like a CCTV video with audio anywhere? Like, do I know a friend of a friend of a friend who might get us there? Because, I don't know if you guys saw, Yasser did karaoke at St. Andrews. There's plenty of video of that. So I think there's video of
Sanchez too. Former Jets great.
No, I didn't think we had to go into this immediately. Former Bears great, I'll say. Played for your team too.
Yeah,
all right.
barely.
Let's relax. Let's relax.
God, I thought I had a bad weekend. At least I'm not Mark Sanchez.
At least you're not Mark Sanchez.
Arrested and stabbed. That's a double.
And potentially lost a fight to a 69-year-old.
I didn't read the specifics, but he sounded like the aggressor.
Yeah, he was. And he still came out with the stab wounds, which seems bad.
Yeah.
I think Don strikes me as an Eminem guy. Were you surprised by the song choice at all? I wasn't surprised.
I was shocked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you figure it'd be like Van Halen or something like that. I don't know.
I could have seen like the Eagles.
Yeah. Yes.
One Don to another. I mean,
Bob Seger.
Yeah.
Like
Bob Seger. That's
Bob Seger's great.
Do you think this
Bob
is
Seger.
a birdie or a bogey in the next email?
He shouldn't have to answer for this. They're trying to defame him at this point.
What do you think?
This is the
Don?
deep state is working against Don at this point.
What do you think Don is saying?
Are you
to
calling
his
this
close relatives?
utter woke nonsense on the European media canceling Don?
Well, and the deep state from inside his own operation. They're leaking it to international news sources. Yes.
I think Don is probably just like they're just kicking me while I'm down. They have nothing else to talk about.
New level, new devil.
You wanted the spotlight, boy. You got it.
I mean, he made a campaign website. He actively campaigned. He had stickers.
At this point, he should just put a clown's nose on and a wig for his next press conference because he's just getting absolutely.
Well, that's the thing. Now, unless something else comes out, you look at the calendar, October 5th here. He's probably, you would think he goes quietly into that good night for a little while here, right? Like, there's not a lot of opportunities left.
I'm just gonna.
I might suggest that there's trouble
this.
brewing in Port St. Lucie, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh no!
Well, Blocky's got nothing else to do because he can't play on the Champs Tour anymore. So now he's coming for the throne.
You could go Tommy Two Gloves. You could try to Monday qualify his way in, right? You think there's trouble
speaking
brewing?
of that, Tommy
All
Two
right.
Gloves wins the Champs Tour. I'm sorry, PJ. I'm stomping all over your
fine.
Champions Tour minute.
You go. You have a take. You take it.
This is Tommy Two Gloves is the Grim Reaper of the Champions Tour. He is here, and he will kill the Champions Tour. Mark my words.
I want you to be clear. You don't mean he's going to clean up. You mean this is the death knell for the tour itself.
He's
It's
going
over.
to clean up and also
Yeah.
kill the Champions Tour at the same time.
What do you think he made today?
$850.
No, close. $315,000.
Not close.
I mean, no, but when you spread that around, what was the purse? Probably like $2.5–3 million. Unbelievable. Furyk and friends. Tommy Two Gloves Gainey. Monday qualifies. He's just, he's doing the interview with Cookie. He said, now you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to. Was like, yep, I'm out here, and they're going to pull the rug out from under him and just cancel the Champs Tour pretty soon. Who knows? Maybe they won't. But now they have a main draw with Two Gloves.
The excuse, though, for getting rid of Q School is that they want this to be the retirement plan for guys who are dedicated PGA Tour members.
Right.
Would Tommy Gainey not qualify for that, though? I feel like this is exactly what they're looking for. It's like Tommy Gainey made a lot of starts on tour and deserves to have his retirement.
I don't think this is what they're looking for. Now,
That's what they got.
submit a different name with a similar
Zach.
profile pre-solicitation.
Well, Satch won majors, I guess. Sure.
Maybe.
The tugboat.
The tugboat. Yeah, the tugboat would be what they're looking for.
Right?
To
I
a
feel like
certain
that is what they're looking for.
I think it's disrespectful to the tugboat to compare Two Gloves to the tugboat, though. Also, the other day, I was talking to a someone involved with the European team, and we were just talking about who is the worst Ryder Cup player ever, and I brought up JJ Henry, and he was adamant. He was like, "That guy flushed it." He was like, "Don't ever mention that name again as the worst Ryder Cup player." JJ flushed it.
That's good. Good. The Solicitor General.
Here's a
10 worst
question.
nights in Florida. This is a good
Solicitor
one.
General related question.
Yeah.
If you're Two Gloves, you're now fully exempt on the Champs Tour. I'm gonna read the rest of the schedule. What stop do you think he's most excited for? Cary, North Carolina,
Prestonwood.
Richmond,
Okay.
Virginia, Little Rock, Arkansas,
I
or
mean,
Phoenix, Arizona.
It sounds like a NASCAR circuit. We're going to Cary to Richmond, then to Little Rock.
Well, as I learned last year trying to get a rental car, the NASCAR playoff championship was also in Phoenix the same weekend. So it basically is.
He's probably excited about Phoenix, if
I
I'm being
think so.
honest.
Well, he's got to make it there. Not a lot.
Oh, that's true.
Got to play his way in.
I don't know. If I were him, I'd be worried about Tent City.
What's that?
I think that's where the DUIs go.
What?
That's not a place that I'd be hanging around at night.
All right. Fair. He's your winner. $315,000 in his pocket. Tommy Gainey. Yeah, good run for Tommy Gainey on the Champs Tour. He's probably excited about his full-time status now. I don't know. We'll see how long that tour sticks around, though.
Who he
What?
beat? Ready for who he beat?
No.
Cameron Percy,
Oh, God.
Steve Flesh, and fresh off the Ryder Cup, Thomas Bjorn.
Tommy Bjorn.
I guess BJ's in there at T3, but then it goes Brendan Jones, Matt Goggle.
Gogol. Who's Brendan Jones? That's like Australian.
I don't know what
Kiwi?
we're doing with
Let's
this
get
tour.
off this. Let's. I don't know what we're doing with that tour, but I do know what you could do to improve your game. Let's go to Rapsodo.com. Winter
There we go.
approaches. You can buy the MLM 2 Pro, and you can receive a free dozen Titleist Pro V1 RPT golf balls. $70 in value. You get them free when you add the code FRIEDEGG at Rapsodo. That's RAPSODO.com. The MLM 2 Pro is a launch monitor and golf simulator that tracks 15 metrics and 2 virtual ranges and over 30,000 courses to play. It's super portable for use indoors and outdoors. I have one. They're very easy to move around, light and easy to pack up. 2 integrated cameras. My Golf Spy says, quote, you get spin measurements within 1% of the accuracy of the game's higher-priced premium launch monitors with the Rapsodo MLM 2 Pro. And it was their pick for best value launch monitor as it competes with the big boys, no question about it. That's a quote.
This is the one to get, and you don't have to take out a mortgage to get it.
And it's backed by the game's #1 teacher, Mark Blackburn.
That's
they
right.
tell me. I mean, this is where we're citing those undisputed rankings.
And look what
I saw he
Blackburn's doing with Fitzy.
Doing good work. He was out there last week.
Fitzy might be the
Bethpage.
ideal Blackburn client.
What? Just the dedication to the
The numbers, the
improvement.
technical, like
Yep.
I've heard that he's just like extremely analytical, so much that it just like goes over a lot of people's heads. But,
Blackburn is.
Yeah, but for
Yeah.
Fitzy, that's just 2 peas in a pod right there.
There you go.
I
He
think I'm
backs
gonna
the
bring mine out to
Rapsodo.
Chicago.
You are?
Yeah, why not?
All right. MLM 2 Pro.
It's so small you could just throw it in your golf bag.
You can. Again, the promo code is FRIEDEGG, and you get a dozen Pro V1 RPT golf balls for $70 value when you use the code FRIEDEGG. All right, moving on. I'm a little off my game here. It's a long. We've been battling the stomach bug at our house for like 5 days. Not a good situation over here. The Browns.
Did
somehow
you watch?
plus-
Did you
I
watch
had it
the
on.
London or was
I
it
didn't watch-
London or Ireland?
London. I think it's the first time we've ever done one of those London ones. I'm not used to it, but it was nice having the pain and misery done before lunch. +2 in the turnover battle. Still lose to Carson Wentz in the year 2025.
How was Dylan Gabriel?
He seemed fine. Like, I don't know, like a backup professional quarterback, maybe. We'll see. He seemed okay. He had a couple good throws for sure. They were just really conservative. Anyways, tough weekend here. Not as bad as Mark Sanchez's, but tough weekend. All right, we've done the Champs Tour. Let's go to the Dunhill. We have Bobby McIntyre wins. He did, quote, everything against the book. He was eating a lot of takeaways, fish and chips. He, quote,
Not a lot of
unquote,
sleep.
pitched up at Wednesday, didn't play any practice. He's like, I know the courses, but I didn't play anything. He played 12 holes Wednesday. Ate like crap, didn't practice, didn't sleep, and he wins a shortened 54-hole Dunhill event. Got kind of boring, anticlimactic. He birdied like 4 of his first 5 holes, or maybe first 6 holes, and it was pretty much over. Hatton eventually came in second. They were playing across 3 courses because they had to cancel. They wiped out scores and canceled the Saturday round, so it was just a 54-hole event. The celebs got bounced out. So there was some wringing of hands when they had to change. Like, I talked to people over there, like proper Scots. They're like, even for us, that's like as bad as it's ever been. The cold and the rain.
It's like 60-mile-an-hour winds, right?
Yeah. Kind of late Friday into Saturday. One person who didn't make it, I guess, Yasser, H-E, walked off. Hit a few balls OB. Rain and wind, just brutal. He's like, I'm out. He walked off, did his Sweet Caroline karaoke. He was not into it.
Is that the song he sang? Sweet Caroline?
Was he singing or was he just up there, like embracing?
He was in the background. It's he was, he wasn't the live mic. It wasn't a full D Rabbit performance, whatever we're calling him.
Yeah, I guess the players were worked up because they moved tee boxes like 40 yards up at 13 and 14. Because players weren't getting to the fairway into the wind at St. Andrews, the old course. And they're supposed to be the exact same course across 3 days, and they had to change something because people couldn't get to the fairway. Then they ended up just wiping it out. Not before Yasser said peace. Congrats to Bobby Mack. Great pro. He's won a Scottish Open, won a Canadian Open, won the Dunhill. I'm not sure he should be playing this week. Kind of insane that they're like have one of their best events on paper the week after the Ryder Cup, but they did, and it kind of went under the radar, especially with the weather shortening it. But Bobby Mack, proper
Bob's
player.
8 in the world.
Crazy.
Callum Morkel might drop out of the top 10. Down to 9. It's kind of crazy.
He should.
He started the year, what, 3? 4? No, right. 4. He was behind Schauffele.
That sounds right.
That is that's tough to do. Go from
Tyrrell Hatton
outside the top 10.
Tyrrell Hatton's just like a machine at the old course. He finished his second. I think he's won it like 3 times there. The Fitzes played with both their parents. Did you see that? Both Matt and Alex played with their mom and dad. So had that nice thing going on. But a good event.
Hey, what a good move by the parents of the Fitzpatricks. Skip Beth Page. Go play Dunhill.
It is a good move. It's a nice move. Anything else on Robert McIntyre? Richard Cerny is making noise. Good to see him back on the top of near the top of the board.
When Richard Cerny is making noise, it's a peak cup year.
Rumors Potgieter is going to the status because he played with Yasser.
And because the Stingers put up guess the new player.
Well, it ended up being it wasn't a player. I don't know if you saw it. It was an ambassador. So it's like,
who is it?
Nobody I've ever heard of. He might be a rugby player. It's just like a guy. It's just a rugby player. And they're like, you can't do that, man. You can't do a silhouette of a golfer and say, like, you won't believe our next announcement of who's joining the club. And then just say, oh, here's somebody who's just an ambassador for the program. That's just a total bait and switch. But it does seem like Potgieter, rumors that he's maybe jumping ship to live. Who knows? Anything else from the Dunhill peak?
Man, I just am seeing this now. This is ridiculous.
What's the guy's name?
Brian Habana.
I mean, this guy could be the most famous rugby player in the world. I don't know, but he seems like just a guy. I don't know.
His nickname is the Speed Machine.
Okay.
Which, could be Potgieter's nickname too.
Yeah. Fair.
Their graphic for that is just like so clearly AI generated. It's like
silhouette. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, not AI generated. It was Stephen Fisk's win at the Sanderson Farms Championship, one of our favorite events, the Chicken Championship. Wouldn't say that was the ratings for that are going to be huge on Sunday. Stephen Fisk beats out Garrick Higo. It was kind of a back and forth battle. And then Fisk, raced ahead there over the last 3 holes, shot a 64 on Sunday to win at 24 under. I watched this. Like, the most dramatic moment was when Vince Whaley had to hit a ball that landed in the water with an alligator like 10 feet away. I got to be honest. I was unaware that there were alligators in Jackson, Mississippi. I just didn't think gators got there. That inland.
Do you think they have bears?
I'm sure they have bears. But yeah, that was like the most interesting moment of this. I watched more of this than I care to admit on Sunday afternoon. But yes, Vince Whaley hitting it with the gator near him was a moment of drama. Stephen Fisk doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. I was like trying to find more about him.
That's disrespectful.
He went to the Walker Cup. He was a 19 Walker Cup at Royal Liverpool, Georgia Southern, all-time
He was
player
awesome
at Georgia Southern.
in college. He won 6 times.
Yes, all-time player at Georgia Southern, made the Walker Cup team, won the Club Car Championship in Savannah on the KFT last year, and now he's won on the PGA Tour with the Sanderson Farms Championship. I guess he's really slow. I was told he's very slow.
So
very slow. Yeah.
Like
and
turtle.
There was an issue there where Higo went, he shushed, like after Fisk made a bomb of a putt and kind of had this outburst of like shouting and yelling because he made a big putt. And then Higo rolled one in over the top of him. I don't know. That was considerably closer, maybe 12 feet. And he went shush. And like the interpretation was like, was he shushing Fisk? You know, Steve Sands was like, gamesmanship here, because Fisk like was celebrating his big putt. Turns out after they interviewed him after the event that he said somebody in the crowd was popping off at him. It's like, are we really getting heckles for Garrick Higo at the Sanderson Farms Championship at this point? Like, what is going on here? But it was not at Fisk. So I started asking, like, is Fisk a known problem child? Does he bother people? No, he's just really slow.
He's so slow. I remember I was like so into him when he was making this run for Georgia Southern because I thought, it was amazing. It's like you might have been the best player in college golf. He's playing at Georgia Southern. And then I watched him get over a ball and it was like watching paint dry. And I was like, I'm done.
Well, he's coming to the tour. He's going to be on the tour, or he's staying on the tour, I should say, with his 2-year exemption, winning the Sanderson Farms Championship. Rasmus comes in third. Like, what a dichotomy there. The Bagel Boy playing in Jackson, Mississippi, finishes at 19 under. Max Homa, who at one point was, I believe, T3, tumbled a little bit on Sunday with the 72. He's T18. Those were probably 2 of your bigger names in there. Piss Bear down there in Jackson, Mississippi, finishes. So they do have bears down there in the name of Thorbjorn Olesen, 14 under. So it's some Tommy Kim, like what's he doing these days? He finishes top 15. Interesting guys.
Let me come in here. If you wanted to get some real high quality meat in Jackson, Mississippi, while we're talking about animals, you should look at Maui Nui.
Let me come in here. If you wanted to get some high quality meat in Jackson, you should. If you were out on the chicken, but you wanted some venison, you could go to MauiNuiVenison.com. That's MAUI, like the island, and Nui, NUI, like the, I don't know, not the island. MauiNuiVenison.com.
Those deer aren't from
the
Jackson.
Axis deer.
Yeah, they're the Axis deer from Hawaii.
You are. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
I think it says on the box it's the healthiest red meat in the world.
Great protein. 100% wild Axis deer on the island of Maui. They're living freely in a stress-free environment. I was honestly telling another dad about this sponsor the other day. He's like a kind of a high performer, like a whiz guy. He gets really into stuff. I was like, you should check out. He was like so into it. I sent him the website. He's like, God, this is so good. Love this. So I think I got him hooked.
That's
Maui,
the same neighbor that keeps stealing my best days.
Yeah, is he into it?
He's been asking when we're going to cook the Maui Nui. He also runs like 20 miles a weekend. So.
It's MauiNuiVenison.com/SGS. And they're offering a free 12-pack of venison jerky sticks with your first order of $79 or more. Awesome snack.
That's a pretty
free
good deal.
12-pack. That is a real good deal. Free 12-pack with your first order of $79 or more. MauiNuiVenison.com/SGS. I have nothing else on the Sanderson. There were so many power lines all over the place at Country Club of Jackson. I was shocked at that. On the LPGA,
I got to pull this up. It's time to start looking at who's going to work their way in and out.
Of the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the LPGA, Andy, your favorite story of the year continues. At the Lottie's Championship, the biggest story of the year. Unless Don Ray does something even
Don's
preposterous.
literally trying to throw up smoke in front of this.
Yumin Wayne, a non-member playing on a sponsor exemption, wins the Lottie's Championship. I believe she made 4 birdies. She was 4 shots back and out of it. This was a Saturday night finish over there in Lottie's, Latte, Hawaii. She birdied 5 of her last 6 holes. I think the final 4, all in a row, was out of it. And Yumin Wayne, a sponsor's exemption, non-member, wins the Lottie's Championship. She is the 26th different winner in 25 events on the LPGA this year.
How's that even possible that there's 26 winners in 25 events?
Because of the 2-person event at the Dow or whatever. So that's, yes. Apparently this ties the record. So they had 26 win in 95, 2018, and 2022. But this one is the first time it's to start the season totally unique. 26 winners.
There were some threats on the board to stop this, put an end to this.
Who?
Nelly Cordes won this year, right?
Nope. She hasn't. No, she has, I think,
Hugh
6
Kim
top 5s.
has won, right?
That may be right.
She finished runner-up.
Okay. Yeah, but Yumin Wayne came from nowhere. Birdies the last 4 holes, take it and keep this streak alive. An incredible streak that we got going on. Nelly has 6 top 5s, but hasn't won. Won 7 times last year, but hasn't won this year. So.
PJ would say that's the regression monster catching up to you, right?
Listen, it's you always say, what's the easiest way to win? You got to put the easiest way to get a green square is to get a lot of yellow squares. She's getting a lot of yellow this year, but no green. But yeah, winning 7 times in the year, unless you're Scotty, regression monster comes for everybody.
I think she's gonna skip all the Asian swing events too, and just like come back to whatever the CME probably. So. Those are your results.
Do you think we finish this off with all new winners? I think the CME is the buster.
Yeah, feels like that because
so few people there.
What are there, like 60 people in that field, and they're going to have close to 30 winners?
I think the CME should not qualify for this.
All right, game within the game deal we got going on here. All right.
God, she shot 75 on Saturday and won.
Yes.
That's insane. She shot 62 on Friday and 13 shots worse on Saturday.
God. What do you think the people at Lottie's are thinking as people keep coming in asking to LPGA golf to be put on? I mean, we're getting messages of people talking about this all around Chicago. Guy sent us a message like, I was at brunch with my family. My wife was trying to talk to me, but I couldn't pay attention because there was a group of guys behind me talking about how they were going to Lottie's to watch the LPGA challenge.
I mean, I think it's the thought of changing the channel from like Yankees, Red Sox to that, and like
Florida
a crowded
State, Miami.
Chicago bar.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's in Chicago Fire. I don't watch that show. It's the bar Molly's, I think, in Chicago Fire. For those that are wondering about Lottie's.
I mean, do people still watch like scripted dramas on networks? I guess they do.
Yeah, we watch SVU every year.
Yeah, that does it for results. Greg
That's
Norman
a great
did an
question.
interview.
Who does watch like network TV drama?
I will say my mom loves the Chicago shows. She literally builds, because they're all on right after another, and she builds her Wednesdays around watching all 3 Chicago shows.
Oh,
What is it? There's a fire.
She
a
probably
fire,
wishes she lived there.
Chicago Med and Chicago PD.
Oh my God. That's just,
I might need to start watching those.
that is so terrible. It's all old people. You watch the NCISs and all these things. Yes.
What was a show that you watched growing up? Like some network show?
You know what I got into, and I was older at this point, so like in my teens, probably. I watched 24. What an insane, dopey, preposterous show with like a totally ridiculous
I love that show.
I mean, I did too.
God, what was that?
I watched
one?
that now. I'd be like, this is garbage. 24.
Who was
I watched
who
a
was
lot
his
of
like right hand guy that then stabbed him in the back? Tony Almeida. Remember that?
Yeah.
Plot
Well,
twist.
every season
Sorry
there's a
if
new
I spoiled
twisted
this for
turn.
anybody.
Just ridiculous twists and turns. I mean, it was, yeah. Anyways, was there one you watched? We are out of stuff. To talk about
when I was like really young, I loved the reruns of Walker Texas Ranger.
So bad.
So bad.
They come on at like 11. They come on late. Yeah. Yeah.
I think about just how preposterous that show is all the time.
Oh, my commies. They're going up big on the Chargers. Love it. Debo just scored. All right, that does it. News. Greg Norman did an interview with Golf Digest Australia. He said, I enjoyed my time at Live, but I'll be honest with you, it was hard. It was very draining on me. I was working 100-hour weeks. Do you think that's true?
No.
I just don't think that's true. I'm sorry.
Maybe Kevin Warren style 100-hour weeks.
Yeah, all right. Like work 100-hour weeks, or like just, waking up, walking around the golf course. I don't know. I'm dubious of that. But, he just kind of pats himself on the back saying they changed the game forever. PGA Tour, he made golf better for everyone at this point. Even the benefits on the PGA Tour with bigger purses, smaller fields, all this stuff. So that was his an exit interview, I guess, of sorts. But 100-hour work week, I was skeptical of. All right, I think that does it. Everybody enjoy your Mondays. Just think of, if you're down on the dumps about the start of a new week, just think about the image of Don Rea on the microphone singing Eminem to pick yourself up and put a smirk on your face.
I did want to ask PJ about the Justin Fields experience, how it's going.
Oh God, please.
It's not going well. See, here's the thing though, is that I don't know who could have realistically. What were your expectations if you're surprised by any of this? This is my question. Did I think they would be the worst team in football? No. I'm not at all surprised by what Justin Fields is giving us, though. So, whatever. It happens. Threw for almost 300 yards today. That's never going to happen again. 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Looks great. Line drive in the book. Take all context out of it. Who cares?
When did all those yards accumulate? Were they all fourth quarter yards?
For the most part, yeah. I
Andy
mean,
knows what he's talking about. He's seen this movie before.
I mean, I think he's worse than he was when he was on the Bears. Genuinely, I think he somehow has gotten worse. And Eberflus was on the other sideline, just being like, "Yeah, I knew this guy wasn't any good." Just sitting there salivating as his defense is terrible, but the Jets have found a way to be more terrible.
2 weeks after Caleb just lit him up.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most frustrating aspect of Justin Fields?
He does not throw the ball away. He lives to just run around aimlessly looking. I think he's first in time to throw by a ginormous gap because he just stands there and runs around. And the problem is just have one NFL player, right? Garrett Wilson's unbelievable. But if he's not open, it's nobody's, what do you do? And he doesn't throw it away. He just stands there. I think the Cowboys had 2 sacks entering the game today, and they got him 5 times or something like that. He can't do it.
The good news for you is that the draft's filled with top tier quarterbacks. You could take
26-year-old.
You could have Arch,
26-year-old Fernando Mendoza. That'll solve it.
Diego Pavia, you get him.
Oh no,
Andy.
Andy's gone.
Lost Andy.
We've lost Andy. That's a sign
to pack it up.
That's a sign.
All right. Everybody enjoy your Mondays. Just want to preview the Halloween episode. It's going to be a lot of Rhea. We've already getting these submissions of an engine for good and all these different Don Rhea singing Eminem.
Well, Rhea, I mean, we've said that we're going to do the awards show for a while, right? I mean, who else? They got to be named the Donnies. Like he is the star of 2025. That's
Yeah.
it.
Look, he wanted the spotlight. He wanted the stage. We're not putting him up in lights. He put himself up in lights, and now he's got the deep state working against him, unfortunately. All right. That does it. Hopefully Andy's not, lost his recording here at the end because we can't see him anymore. Everybody enjoy your Mondays. We will talk to you on Wednesday.